Hey, John, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, we were talking. I've got Mikey Davis here with me. He's one of our guys. We were talking about the fact that you're kind of doing things different out there, creating Phoenix Prep, um, and you're doing it within state, which is kind of the opposite of the way teams have done it in the past. So, can you tell us a little bit about Phoenix Prep and what your vision is there?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, thank you guys for having me on. And the grind session does is great, and we've been really, really blessed and lucky the last few years here in Arizona to see the rise of all these prep school teams. Bella Vista, Arizona Compass, now Dream City. These teams that have popped up in Arizona has put kind of Arizona basketball on a national map. And with that, we've been very successful the last few years with our club program, putting between 8 and 11 guys Division I every year. And a lot of these guys are seeing now the exposure that the grind session brings and these prep schools bring, and they've wanted to, reach out and play against these players, and they've only been able to do it in open gym settings and closed door settings with their high school teams. And, we sat down this year, and between my coaching staff and having the facility and everything we have, we decided to put together a prep school team and give these Arizona players an outlet to face this national competition, but do it without having to worry about, the next 4 or 5 star player coming from out of state taking their spot.
Right, right, right. And that's a very unique perspective. And when you first contacted me, I was like, well, I was a little bit, I wasn't skeptical, but then as I got to know you, I knew your work ethic. And then I realized what you did with that facility already. And if you will, tell us a little bit about the PH facility.
Yeah, the facility that we built here, a gentleman named Scott Hoffman, he had a vision for building something in the state of Arizona that was a little different than your normal, 4 or 5 court or mega court facility. He wanted to build something that was more along the line of personal training space for pros, kind of a one-stop shop for the serious basketball player. A place with a cryo facility, a full weight room being run by a college strength coach and Chuck Howard, and then 3 9450 courts that give these players a chance to come in and train and go against, elite players, pros, Euro guys coming back. Really just a place in Arizona that's not just a YMCA or LA Fitness pickup ball, but where you can come and get a real game or a serious training whenever you need it.
Yeah, tell us some of the guys you had in over the summer. It's amazing the alumni that you've had.
Yeah, over the summer we had, we were lucky to have Octagon Sports Agency, Mike George's sports agency. We had 3 different agencies run their pre-draft here. So we had 11 first-round picks that actually trained at our facility, including Jared Culver, Cam Reddish. So those guys were all in and did their pre-draft here with Phil Beckner. And Phil Beckner, he trains Dame Lillard. So we had Dame here a lot, Tim Frazier, Matisse Thybulle, another first-round pick. And we've had a lot of the Phoenix Suns have been in. When we first opened up, in fact, DeAndre Ayton shot one of his commercials in here.
Yep, DeAndre, he's a character, but yeah, he
Oh
taught.
man, that was one of the funnest days. That talk about a guy. He every take you would have thought it was an NBA game. Like there was zero break in how hard he played between takes, and they had him in here for seriously 8 to 10 hours.
Right.
He was leaking sweat by the end of it. They had to keep changing his shirt for the commercial, and he just doesn't know how to take a break.
No, no, no. That's what a lot of people, they don't really know how good DeAndre really is. And once they start throwing the ball to him in Phoenix and getting it down low to him, and I think that will be this year now that they got a point guard, they'll start to see a different DeAndre. That's for sure.
Yeah, coming from
they brought in a one of those motion cameras on wheels because they wanted to get him getting a rebound and showcase him pushing the ball up the floor. And and this thing is fast. It's on wheels. It's made to do live action camera stuff, and they had to ask him to slow down.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, you're running past the camera, DeAndre.
I've said this. Mikey's seen him. Mikey's going to chime in here in a second, but probably from end to end, any 5, he's the fastest in the NBA. I don't care what they say. When he wants to go, he can go. He's just like a deer.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. I mean, coming from, I'm one of the more faithful Suns fans, so I was pretty happy whenever we drafted him and got him. So hopefully this year they'll show him a little bit more love and feed him in the paint and feed him out on the perimeter because he can actually get to the bucket a lot better than a lot of other fives. He's definitely
100%.
he's definitely a stretch five and he's definitely got a little shot on him, but he can blow by you.
Yeah, it was fun to watch that.
Yep. And so John, can you tell us a little bit about your personnel on Phoenix Prep, starting with Henry, maybe DeAndre Henry?
Yeah. So we kind of have we have 3 seniors that have already committed. DeAndre Henry, our 6'8", 230-pound forward, was one of the top offensive linemen in the state of Arizona and around the West Coast. Had football offers to USC and Alabama. And, literally woke up one morning and just decided he didn't love football. His passion had always been basketball. He always played it, even though it was a secondary sport, and decided to put all the dedication into his final year and ended up losing 55 pounds over the last year to get down to the 230 he's at now. And he just committed to Nevada a few weeks ago.
Wow, what a story.
So he's going to be a good one. He'll be followed to Nevada with Alum 6'3" combo guard, who's part of the Bosnian national team. Led him to a silver medal in the FIBA and was named to the all-tournament team while he was out in Bosnia. Played at Chaparral last year, lost to Nico Mannion in the state championship, but scored 28 points in that game. So he'll be one of the other senior guards on the team. And then our other senior guard is Kamani Holt, who committed to Portland State, and he's a 6'4", super athletic, strong body guard. Plays on both sides of the court, very athletic. He helped lead Rancho Solano to a state championship a few years ago.
And then, can you tell us about the rest of your roster there?
You got a kid, Matur Dahl.
Yeah, so we have a really nice junior class led by our 2 bigs. Matur Dahl, 6'10", just picked up an offer to Nevada and UC Riverside. So he's Sudanese shot blocking type. Stretches the floor a little bit, can step out and hit the college 3 really long, puts it on the deck. Next to him is 6'9" Carter Van Hammond, and Carter Van Hammond's a high academic 4.2 athlete, just picked up an offer to Air Force. So he's been a guy that we've had a lot of coaches in to see. Not a lot of 6'9" guys that can run the floor and go elbows above the rim like he can. We have a 6'4" point kind of combo in Bret Hart Jr., who just picked up offers to UC Santa Barbara, Columbia, and Idaho State. So he was with Kamani Holt over Rancho Solano. And Coach Aaron Trigger over there did a great job with those guys. He won a state championship a couple years ago, and he was a guy that 2 years ago was about 5'8" and 120 pounds soaking wet. Now he's about 6'4" and 135 pounds. Just really, a lot of our guys are guys like that. In Arizona, they come on late, they develop late, and we've been lucky to get some of those guys.
Well, that's exciting. Like I said, you have done things a little bit differently than have been done in the past, and you're thinking outside the box, and you got your own facility, and so, you think outside the box. So it's always refreshing to sit down and talk with you, and we appreciate your time, and we'll be reaching out to you from time to time. And sorry to bother you during practice. I told Mikey.
You're good. I knew you guys would be reaching out. We're really excited, and and honestly, the way things have gone with shoe circuits and all that in AAU, you guys starting this grind session and giving so many teams and players an opportunity to play, the best against the best. I mean, really, that's what Arizona's been missing, and we really appreciate you guys giving us this opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we will see you soon. And DeAndre Ayton's duel in the desert. Speaking of DeAndre.
Sounds good.
So, all right. Well, thank you, John.
See
thank
you
you
in
for your
November,
time.
Coach.
Appreciate it, guys.
Bye-bye.